Welcome back to the channel. This is me here again, and today has been a great day, and so figured I'd make this video. So where I'm sitting right now, looks like I might be indoors, but as you can see by the firewood there, this is indeed not indoors. I'm sure you can hear the birds chirping and all that. I'm outside. Yes, I do go outside. It's actually a very common thing I do. So I mean, first of all, got this new tie. It's given to me as a gift by a teacher. You know, thinking it'd be nice to have as part of like sort of what I wear whenever I make these videos. You know, it's the kind of signature, you could say. It's pretty cool. Reminds me a little bit of when the Afro Man guy, he decided to go full red, white, and blue when he was in court and all that. But anyways, so today I want to talk about Jesus and where my faith in him arose from. So, this spot right here, out here, is it's always where I'll go to see the sunset and to read the Bible. Usually I do those side by side. Of course, I neglected to bring my Bible out here today, but that's all right. And there's not a sunset. Otherwise, like, well, I mean, if there was, maybe I probably wouldn't be looking straight ahead right now. Anyways, so I figured, and it's starting to rain, so I better hurry. I figured today would be a great day to talk about something I genuinely want to talk about. I figured this would be a great 23rd video. I know I have as of recording this now, I have a 23rd video on my channel. However, kind of has no views. I've been wanting to make a rant video about that. You know, how that has no views. Here, let me move somewhere else real quick. It's starting to rain. That's much better. Okay, now I don't need to worry about this thing breaking down. So, where was I? Crap, I forgot. Oh yeah, about my 23rd video. Yeah, so no views. Wanted to make a rant video. Though I haven't, about how that's got no views, even though I put a lot of effort into that. And then a video about my different political impressions got like over 40 views, which beat my highest performing video, my very first video, by over 10 views. So it's coming out as like, damn it moments. But here we talk about the Lord. So I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyways, so how I came to believe in Jesus. It's very simple, really. You could say it all started with Charlie Kirk, you could say. It started with Charlie Kirk. Some of what he said alongside my father, some of what he said too. Both of those factors really got me thinking about God. I was not raised religiously in the slightest. Only religious, you could say, premise that I was taught was the concept of heaven and hell. That's it. Now, how that was taught? Well, it's either be a good person or be a bad person. Good people go to heaven, bad people go to hell. That's what was ingrained. Now, it would be, more or less, you could say this year, this last 2026, alongside a little bit of 2025. Around the end of 2025 is when I really started thinking about it. And then, of course, Charlie Kirk was murdered. And then I don't know, it was like something like, because the day Charlie Kirk was murdered, the day before it, horrible. The day it happened, horrible. The day after it happened, horrible. It was a terrible week for me personally, and it really broke me down. And it was that, and then a lot of the Epstein file stuff came out, seeing the true evil, the true measures of evil within this world. And it was just like, type of thing you could say was like, there's no way this is real. Like, this has got to be like almost comedic levels of evil. Like, someone would have to write it and people would say, yeah, that's way too unrealistic, put it in a cartoon. Like, it was just that sort of thing. Like, this type of evil. Like, of course, they wouldn't put something like what happened with Epstein in a fucking cartoon, but you get what I mean. Just like so evil, like you can't really grasp it. And so it was all that, and I started really getting into the Bible and all that. It was a little bit by accident. There for a while, I was a fairly big fan of this animated show on YouTube called Hell of a Boss, and I wanted to make my own version of it that was more accurate to its source material, the Bible. Then I looked a bit at it, and I realized it is nothing like what the Bible says. And so over there for a while, I was kind of like, okay, I mean, I could try. But, again, matched with what my dad was saying and what I heard from Charlie Kirk. By the way, after Charlie passed away, I started really looking into his videos and all that. And his debates about proving Christianity and all. And then I ended up, alongside the research I was trying to do to make a more accurate, like biblically accurate Hell of a Boss, which, by the way, never happened. I ended up forgetting the whole project. Though I did save scraps of it for a new project of mine called Hellish Paradise, which very much it's got some biblical aspirations to it, you could say. But here, let me move back a little bit. There we go. So it was really the spark, you could say. And then when I actually started believing is when I started opening my Bible. But even then, it was still more like, I was on the fence about it, like, is this real? Can I really apply this, like, really to my life? And, there for a while, really on the fence about it. You know, of course, I was still reading Bibles, every once in a while I'd have a Bible study with my dad, but not much else besides that. And it only started, I'd say, halfway through this year, 2026, where I really started seriously reading the Bible. Read some of Genesis, actually most of Genesis, read Revelations, and right now I am reading Matthew. I did find this one Bible verse, and I'll get into it later, that really helped me. Actually, no, I'll get into it now. And it's this Bible verse, alongside some things that happened, are the reasons why I believe in God wholeheartedly, without question. So, first off, this Bible verse. It was a Wednesday. I was really looking, you could say, looking forward to something. I forget quite what it was, maybe it'll come back, but I probably won't say it. But I was really looking forward to something. Now it's come back. Still not going to say it. And I was looking at some biblical verses, Bible verses, sort of for inspiration to keep on going. There's one I read. It is Joshua 1:9. I remember it almost by heart now. I have the New King James translation, and if I remember correctly, it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." That's all I needed. I was ready to go do a deep dive into all these different Bible verses. That one, Joshua 1:9, all I needed. So, next day came, didn't go quite how I hoped, and I was very much, you could say, down, really down. No, not Down syndrome, but just down in general. But then it was a teacher of mine. I saw she had little mini Jesus figures everywhere, and I was looking. I was like, "Oh, I like those," and she just gave me one. So it was one of those like, "Oh, nice." I get the little mini Jesus. I'm kind of sitting there, and then Joshua 1:9 comes back to mind. "For your Lord, your God, is always with you." And here, the day after, when I almost felt giving up, on a lot. I got little mini Jesus. I call him Mini G. I don't have him with me right now, but yeah. So that was really like a wake up call to God's existence in my mind. So that's when I started reading the Bible more and more. And obviously I do it out here a lot. I love to go and just look at God's green earth, see, appreciate everything He's created. Everything around us, He created everything you could imagine. The air we breathe, the stuff used to make the gators, John Deere gator, computer, this beautiful tie, everything in existence is because of God. And it's something I need to remind myself of. And ever since that, and I just not a doubt in my mind. I mean, obviously questions come up. Obviously, there are like little things, like the voice that kind of creeps in. It's like, okay, well, if He is real, what about this? And what about that? But there's always an explanation. You know, I once saw someone say that God saw this entire earth, everything it has to offer, everything, and decided that you needed to be in it. Then I thought about that for a second. I was like, okay, so God looked at this earth and decided that Hitler needed to be here, that Epstein needed to be here, or that all these evil people needed to be here. The answer is yes. You know why? Because we would not know good without evil. Pure evil. And that's what figures like Hitler and Epstein are. Pure evil. And that's something we gotta remind ourselves of. That evil exists. And it's not something like God made them do anything. They had their own free will and they did what they wanted. You know? And just like we all have our free will, I have my free will, and right now I am deciding to sit out here. This beautiful weather with some light rain. I love the smell of rain. And my nice, slightly damp blazer. I spilled some tea on it, and then my nice new American bow tie. Not bow tie, sorry, just tie. So I've had a bow tie as part of my band uniform, so I get used to saying bow tie, and I haven't been wearing these as often. But yeah, that's basically how I came to believe in God. A lot of, you could say, hardship. Obviously, not nearly as much hardship as what most other people experience. Definitely not as much pain as most people experience. But still, enough to drive me. Enough to drive me towards the Lord. And enough hope to drive me towards the Lord. And on the subject of hope, a lot of the ideas I have talked about here, I'm just now realizing there's that annoying buzzer thing going off. I don't know if the video's getting it. I'm hoping it's not. Otherwise, sorry, I just realized that thing's going off. If you don't hear it, then good. But just in case, I'll go move real quick. Okay, back here. It hasn't rained crazy yet, so I'm just gonna say computer will be fine. So, what the crap? Right, so, on the subject of all this, I said this in my former 20 Dirt video, however, again, no views, and honestly, I think this deserves 20 Dirt spot more than that other one does. So, a lot of the ideas talked about are the basis for the story I've been writing, The Wolf and Fox. And I know that's pretty much all I'm talking about on this channel anymore, but I've spent, 4 years or so? Yeah, about 4 years writing this thing, molding it, just kind of, the original plot of it was quite different than the original. Originally, it's supposed to be, I wanted to get into game development, make a indie game where you played as the older brother of these two kids that went missing inside a restaurant. You gotta try to find them. I have to say the idea shifted a lot. No longer an older brother. It's Kevin Emberson, owner of the restaurant that the kids disappeared in. No longer searching for lost siblings. No longer any of that. But I'm just going to say it right now. First book's ending is sad. It's very sad. But however, that is the catalyst. As I view it, you cannot truly grow without some measure of pain within everything. And that's very much explored in The Wolf and Fox. And it's something I definitely know myself. Because I did not truly grow as a person until confronted with hardship. I did not truly become who I am now without hardship. And I think that it's something that's obvious, but it still needs to be said because a lot of people still can't grasp it. But a lot of what I talked about, and I don't mean to turn this into like an advertisement or anything, but truthfully, everything I talked about, especially the parts I said about hope, go directly into what The Wolf and Fox is. And I'm still writing it now. So all these ideas, all these premises, all this faith I have, all of it is taken into consideration when I write The Wolf and Fox. And yes, it's horror, and yes, it's very dark, and it's scary. But that's what life is. Life is scary. Life is hard. And it's up to us. It's up to me, it's up to you, it's up to your mother, it's up to your father, up to your brother, up to even your dog, if you want to go that far, to make the most of it. There's this quote my grandma always tells me from Abraham Lincoln, that most people, keyword there, most people are as happy as they choose to be. And I didn't take it seriously until now. So, yeah, no, I was choosing for a long time not to be as happy as I truly could have. And it was the Lord God who opened my eyes to what was in front of me. Literally, right now, actually. What's in front of me is beautiful. Mountains. I'm sure there's a couple dead trees, but that's kind of not to expect of an area that's very prone to fires. But, yeah. Hope you found something within this video. Hope this was educational in some way. And remember, if you need it, if you are able to, and if you are willing to, open up the Bible a bit more. And that's what I did, and that's what got me to where I am today as a person. Again, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you always. That's not quite how it is. I forgot to quite... Wait. I think it's the Lord your God is always with you. Something like that. I said it earlier in the video. Anyways. Have a blessed day. Have faith in what the future may bring. I know you are facing hardship. I know we all are facing a hardship. But try to turn it into something good, like I did. And like I have been doing for a while now. And remember, do not be afraid or be dismayed, for the Lord your God, our God, is with us always. And I truly learned that today too. Pretty happy. Okay, anyways. Blessed day. If you'd like, of course, I'm still writing The Wolf and Fox. I plan to share a prologue whenever I get, more of a general audience for it. Don't want to release it too early or too late. And so, if anything I said about The Wolf and Fox, and I have more details about it in my previous videos, any of it interests you, I would really recommend, subscribe to this channel. Of course, if you want to hear more biblical stuff, I do Bible videos every Sunday. I probably should say this for Sunday, but honestly, today's been so good. I gotta carry it forward. So, I said it twice now. Blessed day, blessed week, blessed month, blessed year. Try to have faith in the future, even if you do not believe in God, even if you think my story about how I got the mini Jesus and all that, if you think, that's all just a big coincidence, I know it's not a coincidence, but if that's what you believe, I respect it. Just try to have faith in the future. If you're unwilling to read the Bible or even invest in Christianity, at least invest in what you believe the future will bring. Try not to waste your life. Try not to screw yourself over or anyone else around you over. And do good. That's it. Bye.